Alright gang, welcome back to our 200 horsepower challenge on CalmLands. You join me now as I'm picking up some of the wool here. We need to put some more wool into the grandma's house there so she can make some more clothes for us. And today will be relatively light, so I'm going to start moving forward, from this episode at least, on. I'm going to start trying to keep the episodes at 45-ish minutes. Sometimes they may get to an hour, but really the sweet spot's 45. If it's less, that's fine. But that's the sweet spot, I think. An hour and a half is a long, long time, and I know a few of you have mentioned in the comments that it's a long time, and I agree with you. I said originally I didn't want to make them an hour and a half long, but they've kind of got to that point just because we've had so much to do, and I didn't really want to do a bunch off camera to not show you that, but we're going to start doing that, though. We'll start doing some of the stuff, at least, that maybe we've done recently off camera. That way it spices it up and changes it up a little bit. So, first thing to note here, I did go ahead and plant the other two fields in the last episode. Well, after the last episode, I should say. We were just going to do the one, but I decided to do them both. So, we do have parsnip in here and 2 fields of red beets. We don't have anything down there currently, but I said before I'm not really sure what I want to do with it yet. I don't know if I want it to be a root crop or if I want to just leave it to whenever we buy that plot of land in the far back and expand that field. I'm not sure yet what I want to do with that. So it is lined up and ready to go, so whenever we do make a decision about it, we're good to go there. Other than that, the only things really we have to do today is we need to fertilize all 3 of those, all right? And we need to sell some stuff that we have that's prepped and ready to go. I've already done a little bit of it. I've done a little bit of the selling. But I haven't sold all of it. I'm going to leave this over here because we're going to need it. I already loaded up some of the stuff on the trailer. You probably already saw that. But I need to load the rest of this up here. Now, there is something in the used market that I really want to try to get. So we can get this John Deere 190 horsepower. It's pretty nice, used 61 grand, pretty expensive. My goal here is to try to trade in the case for it. It's 150 horsepower. This is 190, so it'll be a nice upgrade for us. That way we have 4 formidable tractors that have at least 180 horsepower. One other thing we've done, as you can kind of already see, we've added 2 more greenhouses, so we have a ton of greenhouses going now. And I kind of mentioned doing what I had said we were going to do many episodes ago, and what I kind of mentioned at the end of the last episode. We combined this field here and made some kind of an awkward shape. So it kind of goes all the way down to there, but it doesn't go all the way. There's a specific section I've left there on purpose for the thing I've been teasing nonstop to you that has to do with corn. We probably will put the placement down today, but unfortunately, none of our fields are ready to harvest today. You can see that the corn looks like it might be ready in the next episode. If it's not, it'll be the following. But we don't have a whole lot to do today. So, I have mowed that portion. You can kind of see it if you look way out there. I've mowed that portion of the field we bought recently. I have not mowed the other side of it over by the corn, but I have mowed this side. So we will pick up all that grass today and put that into our silage plant. I don't know what you would call it. I guess it's a plant. This isn't the best stacking job, so don't yell at me. I'm not very good at stacking, so don't yell at me too much here. But I'm going to take the clothes and put them on here, and we're going to take this up to the shop with not the tractor we currently have on. I should have probably switched the tractor out already, but I didn't. So, oh well. We're going to put the clothes on here because the clothes sell for about $1,000-ish dollars more at Co-op. At least I think it was the Co-op. I'm not positive that was actually at the Co-op, but regardless, wherever it is, whatever it sells at up there, it does sell up there for a better price. So we will get that better price, especially if we're going to buy that other tractor, right? So let's see if we can put this up here without it being too crazy. All right. Now, I think... Let me look at the maple syrup really quick. I think the maple syrup can only be sold here. So if that's the case, there's no reason for me to stack it on there. I know I've stacked things on there that cannot be sold up there already as it is, but the reason I did that is because they were coming out of the same spot, and it was much easier for me just to pick them all up at the same time. If that makes any sense whatsoever, maybe it doesn't. Maybe it does. I don't know. Where is the maple syrup? There it is. Yeah, it can only be sold at the agricultural fair. So we will not put that on there. We'll leave this here along with the tomato soup. I believe the tomato soup is best sold here as well. So we'll just leave that there for now, temporarily. We've got to get some water as well going. All these implements that we got 2 new hydroponic greenhouses. They all are going to need water. We did have water in our silo that transports all the water to the different, productions we have evenly distributes them. We did have water there, but I don't think. Well, it might be enough for now, but I don't think it's realistically enough. We're just going to use this by hand because we know I can pick up the honey by hand. I've always picked up the honey by hand, so we're just going to pick it up by hand and stick it up here. I don't know how many pallets we have in here. I would assume it's a decent chunk. We probably need to put down more bees as well today, potentially. I've said that for a number of episodes, and we haven't done it, so it would be nice to do that. We'll leave that one there. All right, let's get up here and let's switch tractors really quick, and then we'll head up there. Whenever we do put the little thing I'm teasing down today here, it will require us to do a little bit of land work. I will probably do that off camera a little bit. I could show you the land work, but I just don't really like showing you land work. I think it's kind of boring, and some things you have to really spend a lot of time just trying to fix, so it's very monotonous, I think. Well, granted, most of Farming Simulator probably is monotonous, but you get what I mean. I hope you get what I mean. We probably will have to expand this little track here a little bit more. I didn't really give enough room, I don't think. I think a slightly bigger would be better off for us. But yeah, so now we have 6 greenhouses. Pretty good. Pretty daggone good. So this tractor is not very strong. It will probably have an issue getting this all the way up there. But we are going to attempt it the best we can. And hopefully we don't run into Byron. Or whatever we decide to name the white car. At the time of this recording, the one talking about the white car has not been released yet, so I don't know what comments have been made for the name of the white car yet. So I apologize ahead of time. I'm at the time of this recording, at least, I'm getting ready to go out of town for work for a while, unfortunately, so I won't be able to do any videos. I hope I have enough videos loaded up where there won't be any kind of missed days for you. There may be a situation where there's a series that only gets 1 episode that week for whatever reason, but I think I have enough done where there will at least be a video every day. At least I hope. That's my goal, at least. I just, it's we'll see. It just depends on work, right? At the time of this recording, it is 11:30 at night on a Monday, and I leave a week from today, so don't have a whole lot of time to get these loaded up, and I've got a really busy week with work. Been working a lot of 12-15 hour shifts, so just hasn't had a whole lot of time. A lot of the videos I've been doing are at this time of night, right? 11:30 at night. So and that's not I don't want anybody to feel bad for me. That's not what I'm trying to get at. I'm just trying to say I don't really have a whole lot of time right now to get some videos pumped out, because these at this point take a long time to do because we have so much going on. So again, this kind of goes with my notion of I'm going to try to get these back down to the 45-ish minute range. That's the sweet spot, and do the rest of the stuff off camera and try to just spice it up a little bit and make it, different every single episode, so we're not doing the same thing over and over again. Today we will have to pick up the grass we mowed. Our sheep need grass. They're not really bad, but they're in the yellow for effectiveness. So they need some grass, so we're going to have to get some grass to them today. So a lot of basically just housekeeping stuff today more than anything. So I'm going to try to spice it up a little bit with the teas I've been doing. As I said, we're going to put that down to try to spice this episode up a little bit. There is something there. There's a bump or something, or a tree stump or something's there. Whew. So it wasn't that bad getting us up here, actually. It wasn't as heavy as I was expecting it to be. We do have strawberries on here. I don't know if you noticed that or not. We do have strawberries. One of the hydroponic greenhouses we have made or turned on strawberries for. I have plans to do strawberry ice cream when we start getting cows. Cows are coming in the very, very near future. Maybe this episode. Maybe. but probably not. We really don't have the stuff we need right now. We don't have any hay. We don't have any straw. We don't have any TMR or nothing like that. Like, we need to get all of that stuff. We need to get a good amount kind of built up for cows. So it probably won't be this episode, unfortunately. Although I would like to put it in this episode. I just don't think it's going to be this episode. We're getting a decent amount here. But yeah, not everything here is going to be selling. It's kind of what I told you. And the reason why we have strawberries and tomatoes on here is not... Oh, here we go. Almost everything's selling now. It just wasn't there before. But the reason why we're having some of this is because I put those hydroponic greenhouses, the new ones, in the last episode. I turned on the stuff, but I didn't put them as distributing. So it was storing them and it was sticking them outside. Now I could take them and go put them in whatever implement we want to, but I was like, let's just sell them. We could use a little bit of extra funds. Let's just sell them for now. So that's what we're doing. That's the reason why they're there. So this is going to be a little bit of an awkward, unrealistic look here. But that's okay. So let's go buy this tractor, gang. I would like to have this one, but it's 205 horsepower. Literally just over our amount that we can have. That's too high, 305 horsepower, so we can't get that, although that would be nice too. But we can get this one. We're going to put some Michelins on there. I like the Michelins. You do know I love some wide tires, so I think I'm going to spend the extra money to get the wide tires. It's nice. It's an old one. Old 4755. But it's a nice tractor, though. It's a real nice tractor. Alright, so we'll buy that. Oh, we popped an achievement. This is just my weekend vehicle. Yes, I need each and every one of these. Okay. Must be buy so many tractors or something, or have so many tractors in the same story. Who knows? Alright, so let's repair this, repaint it. We'll get 30 grand out of it. So basically, we upgraded for $30,000. Look at that thing. Doing wheelies! Well, we have 2 John Deeres now, so... Vastly different John Deeres. This one's got a really long front. And it's a little bit older. It's still new. It's probably from the 90s. I don't remember exactly when this tractor came out, but it's probably from the 90s. But it's got a lot of power, so that's good. Turn the turn signal on. Oh, it's a yellow car this time, but he didn't hit us, so we can't really call him a name, and they have to hit us. It's only been the black car and the white car so far. The blue car almost hit us, I think. Maybe it did hit us once. Did it hit it once? It might have hit us once. I don't know. Everything's getting all jumbled together because I'm trying to pump some videos out since I'm going to be out of town for work for a couple weeks. I really like that, though. That's a good-looking tractor. Us Americans love our John Deeres, man. We do. We love our John Deeres. All right, we'll see you at the farm. Pulling up to the farm here. I was taking a look at the inside, but look at our corn, gang. This looks great, man. Our corn is going to be a good harvest for us here. Can't wait to harvest that. We still don't have a header for it. We've mentioned that. So I'm just trying to make sure we keep enough money on hand here to buy a header for our harvester. Ideally, we get a second harvester here soon. We're going to need it. We're getting enough fields now where we're going to need a second harvester, I think. Especially if we continue to expand and make another field here, which we may do, at least in the back there that we just mowed. That section back there, we may make that into a field, kind of a weird, awkward shaped field, and leave this all open to put some more placeables and things down. But let's take this over here. Let's go put it, and let's go sell it immediately. The rest of it we will sell with our Volvo there. We'll just pick it up with those forks and carry it over here. It's not that far of a drive to do it. And then from there, we're going to need to get our loading wagon and pick up the grass and go feed the sheep. Alright, nice little $7,137 there. That's good. We'll take it. I need to do a little more work here. I'll probably do it off camera between this and the next episode. We need to do a little work here as well on the just the ground, make it look a little more realistic. Oh, we got more clothes spawned. Well, that should have probably waited, I guess. Oh, well. We can sow those down here. It's not a huge increase like we talked about. I'm going to leave that tractor there for now. We're going to pick up the rest of this stuff here. We're going to get the maple syrup. We'll get the rest of the tomato soup that I haven't sold. I did sell some of that. I think I mentioned that to you already. But I did sell some of that early on this morning. I think you know, as long as we continue this series for much longer, I think I'm going to get another one of these Volvos. That way I can have one stay over here in this section. We can have one over in our main farm area as well. I just think it'd be useful to have two of these, so I don't have to drive them all back and forth all the time. I mean, I guess eventually I'd have to drive, whenever I bring one over here to sell something, I'd have to drive it back over there anyway, so maybe it really doesn't matter. You get what I mean. I don't know. We'll think about it, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at. Whoops. But this is just so nice and convenient. It takes no time at all. It's super easy. Don't have to worry about anything tipping or having any issues. And literally just pick it up. Easily pick up 4 of them if there's enough to stack them on top of each other. And go sell this. Easy. You can stack them on top of each other, no problem at all. Evidently that one was not registering. 197, we're back up to almost where we were. I guess I should have the beacon on here, shouldn't I? Oh well. Whoops. I don't know why I took that tractor off there. I don't know what I was thinking there. But I did. Oh, we got another pallet of tomatoes that spawned. Tomato soup that spawned. That's just in the time that we went up to the shop and back. Oh, I screwed that up. Oh, I got him. Okay. Didn't screw it up. Just awkward. Alright, we'll get the clothes here, and then we'll get the tomato soup, and we'll see where we're at, and then from there we'll probably throw in a bit of a mini time-lapse while we pick up the rest of this grass off the ground over here. We'll take the first load at a minimum to the sheep, make sure that they're maxed out on grass, so they're good to go. Look at that, 22,979. That's awesome. So much money from just some sheep, which really don't take all that much work. Maybe we should get more sheep, because that makes us so much money. We probably should get more sheep. Maybe we'll do that today, since we're probably not going to get cows today, because we don't have everything ready to go for it. Maybe we'll get more sheep. We'll just either buy another thing of sheep, another open-air sheep, or maybe we'll just buy some more for the ones we already have. That's an idea. Guess I need to think about that. Alright, let's see if we can get all this. This might be a mistake here. You guys know I'm not the best at this, but it might be. Might be alright. Okay, so far so good. Alright, we did it. Look at that. We did it. We did a thing. Oh, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. It's gonna fall. I'm taking this as slow as I humanly possibly can. As slow as I can Wow. Want to try that again there, Z? I'm gonna take this as slow as humanly possible. I was drinking. But I'm not. Not today. I did have one earlier. One beer. But only one. But that was a while ago. It was like 3 hours ago. 31 grand. Gosh. Dude, we're making so much money from this tomatoes. So much money. Alright, let's go put this away. We'll back the new tractor back up to the trailer for whatever reason. I don't know why I did that, but I did. Back that up and go get the loading wagon and load up some grass and feed the sheep and all that stuff. Oh, and whoa, that's awkward. I can't get out of here. I'm stuck. There we go. I moved the two boxes of lime into here just to give them some cover. So just wanted to notate that because they were just sitting in the middle of the field, and I said I was going to clean that up, and that's where I put them for now. We'll need them again eventually. Just got to remember they're there. And with my brain, you never know. I might not remember they're there. Let's get it done, gang. Alright, gang, that is the field all picked up from the grass. We could make it into a field today, but I think we're going to have enough on our hands here for a while, so we're probably just going to leave that be and let the grass grow back again, and we can just mow it again at that point. Understanding that it's not the best grass, totally get that, but I mean, until we really need to utilize more of that field, let's just leave it be until we have nothing going on. I mean, we have nothing going on today, but we have enough housekeeping items here that we need to take care of that it's going to fill up the entire time for sure. You saw there I started working on filling up all the liquid fertilizer to all the greenhouses. They needed a lot, as you could see. And the 2 new ones, they barely have any in them at all. So this is going to be a couple of trips doing this. Ideally, we probably need a bigger tanker for this, as we had before. But for now, this will do. This will make do for now. I mean, they're taking a lot. You can see that right there. All 3 of those took a lot. And these have hardly anything in, if anything at all. So we should get a nice payday, though, from the grass when it flips over. I did go check everything else. We really don't have that. I mean, we do, but we don't have that much solid fertilizer, so I'm not going to worry about that. Speaking of that, I said we had to fertilize those fields over there. I believe we also need to fertilize this big field here, the one we just kind of modified and made an awkward shape, but made it a lot bigger. I think we need to fertilize that one the second time. Its second application of fertilizer needs to be put down. So we still have a number of things to do today. Let me go ahead and put this away. We don't need this anymore. Probably don't need that either, the front loader anymore, but we'll keep it for now, just in case. Just in case. We can always sell it later on. If it sits there for another, I don't know, 2 or 3 episodes, then yeah, it's probably A-okay to sell it. Alright, I think we got them all maxed out here now. Yeah, this is the problem. I can't really turn around here. I have to go all the way around, which I guess that's not that big of a deal, but ideally we'd have a little bit more room so we could do some turnarounds whenever we need to, right? I'm just going to leave this right here for now. Shouldn't harm anything there. Alright, so we've got all that done. So the only thing remaining now is to do the fertilizing, right? And we've got a number of fields we need to fertilize. So let's get into it. We're going to use the new tractor. I'm going to try to use that for most of the stuff today, with the exception of doing that liquid fertilizer, because we were doing that at the exact same time as we were picking up the grass. So there should be plenty of fertilizer in here. We shouldn't need any more for a while. Should be plenty to do those fields over there and this one. We do have a full pot of eggs there, so that's good. That's one of the things we want to start utilizing. Yeah, we need to fertilize it again. One of the things we want to start utilizing some productions for is with the eggs, but we need milk. We need milk to do a lot of this stuff, and we just don't have the milk yet. So we will get there, though. So this is going to be kind of hard to see where I've been. It's not going to be kind of hard. It's going to be really hard to see where I've been. I really can't tell without getting down like this. I can't really tell where I've been. I'm already missing parts. So this might be a worker job here, gang. Which I guess I could put it on a worker, and then I could utilize that time to go off camera for a little bit here and work on the land a little bit over there and trying to fix it in such a way where the thing I want to place down doesn't cause too much mayhem to the land, right? When you do placeables, a lot of the times if if the land is not perfectly flat, which I don't think it is over there, it will have major issues and cause a lot of mayhem where you have to sit there and spend time softening the land or flattening the land or curving the land, whatever it is. You've got to spend a lot of time just to make it look relatively realistic. So what I will do here before we do that is I will go around the headland here as much as I can, and then I'll put it on a worker for the main field, and we'll just see what happens. I don't expect it to get into the back there. Actually, I know for a fact it won't, because going around the headland with this will cover at least that little section right there between the river and between the hydroponic greenhouses. So, but we'll see. We'll see what we get to, how far we get here, and the worker can take it from there, I suppose, right? I'm not going to put another time lapse in here. We already did a time lapse. I don't like doing time lapses back to back. Granted, it has been a number of minutes now that I've been talking to you and doing things without it being a time lapse, but I still don't like doing that. I don't like jumping into time lapses back to back. At least as much as I can help it, I don't like doing it. I actually think we're going to be able to take care of this whole field just by doing our headland pass here. It's hitting pretty much most of it. Yeah, we easily hit that. So we'll throw it on a worker now. Let the worker do the rest of it there. It really shouldn't take that long for the worker to do that. In the meantime, we are going to go and buy some more sheep. We have 247,000, so we have plenty of money to work with here. We're not hurting at all for sheep, so or for money, so we can easily buy some more sheep. So that's what we're going to do. They are already maxed, or well, already almost maxed up here, so I'm not going to spend a whole lot on these. I'll buy 5 more for this side. This side needs a lot more, I think. This side only has 40 sheep, so we will bump this one up big time. We'll make sure that they get their fair share of sheepies here. Perfect. So we spent a good chunk of money there, but that's okay. We now have 80 sheep here. We have 87 here. A little more even. We're going to be making a lot of wool from this. That gives them plenty of room as well to reproduce, which will save us money as far as buying sheep. We certainly could just max the sheep out right now. Maybe we should, but we're not going to. At least not yet. Okay. So, the only other things really we need to do as far as house cleaning work is water. Now, I don't really want to do a whole lot of do we have anything in there? We do. Soybeans, canola, and wheat. Well, the wheat we want to keep, but what about the soybeans and the canola? We could probably drop the rest of the canola in there unless it's the best price. We didn't even look at this. I need to see if it's best price. I think it is for soybeans. Isn't July the best for soybeans? Or is it June? We might have missed it. June is technically the best. 6348. Agricultural Affairs 5699 at 6,275 at co-op. So it's a little bit better at co-op. Actually, not even a little bit. It's a lot better at co-op. $500 better. So I think we need to get that up there pretty quickly. But first, yeah, it's got 13,000 water in there, so it's not that bad. But let's at least get one trailer load of water into that really quick. He's already completed his task. Wow, okay, that was quick. We'll take a look at the map and make sure he got all of it. And what my plan is, I don't know if it's going to work because the workers always seem to have issues, but my plan is to send the worker to a location with our soybeans and see how he does. Here we go. I mean, he did a good job. It needs lime down there. I forgot to lime that little section, I guess, but otherwise, it's pretty good. We need to take this over to our root crop fields and fertilize those, and then the fertilization will be done for the day. Things are going well. Things are going really well. Almost have a full pallet again of wool over there on that one. It's great. Grass field looks alive with all the sheep out there. It's nice. Alright, so we're going to get this partially, well, I'm going to get it all the way to the field, but I'm not going to start doing the fertilization yet. The fertilization on these fields is going to take seconds with this spreader. This spreader is so nice. It's such a large width. It's not going to take us any time at all. Let's jump into this, though, because we got the full water in there. We'll flip a Yui. Okay. We are not moving. Things are going well. Should have just backed up. I was having a much easier time when we were doing it the first time we put in this distribution silo. When I just backed up the water than doing that. Oh well. And that trigger is tiny. Okay. Let's get this sprayed. Well, sprayed. Fertilized, not sprayed. It's going to take us seconds to do this. But I really like the way this turned out. I don't know your guys' comments yet, unfortunately. As I said, I'm kind of doing this ahead of time because I found out I was going out of town for work. So, unfortunately, I didn't get to see what your thoughts were on these little tiny fields I made. I really like them. I like the way they look. I think it seems relatively realistic. They probably, I mean, realistically, we probably should have. I don't know why that's being fertilized again. It does not need to be fertilized again, but whatever. We probably should have combined the field that we just finished doing and this field here and made it one big field. But, I mean, I don't think it's a problem having smaller fields. We can just do the same crop in both of them if we really need to, like we did for this one. Because we have so many carrots, I decided let's just do some extra red beets in there. Alright, that should be those fields done too. Let's take a look. Quick save here. That one's saying it's only been fertilized once for some reason. Thought I fertilized it. Did I forget to fertilize it? I might have forgot to fertilize it in the last episode, I guess. Well, the end of the last episode. Yeah, it just says 50%, so I must have forgot to fertilize it. Well, that kind of sucks, so we're not going to get as good of a yield there. Oh well, nothing I can do about it now. Oh, there's a section I missed right there in there. No, I guess that's just a weird gradient there. Okay, well, I was going to say, I thought I hit that. Anyway, let's go put this back. And I believe now it is time, gang, for us to work on our little teaser that we've been talking about. I think we're actually going to put it down. So let me get this put back away. Let me get the worker taking a trailer load of soybeans up to the shop, and I'll be back with you guys when all of that is set up and we have our new production placeable down that will be utilizing most of that field. Can't be very many things with that big of a plot of land being needed, right? So before it happens, let me know your comments down below what you think it's going to be. I want to know how many of you got it correct versus how many of you were not thinking what I'm putting in. At the time of this recording, I don't think anybody has. I don't think anybody has put this on their 200 horsepower challenge yet. I don't think. Now, certainly, like I said, I'm recording this way ahead of time, so certainly somebody could have done it before this video releases, but to this point, I don't think anybody's done this yet, and I haven't seen that many people do it in general. So I'm hopeful. Not many have, and if anybody has, I'm hopeful nobody has, and if anybody has, it's like one person that's done it by the time this occurs. So let me get up here a little further with this. I mean, the work would probably be fine. I'd probably follow the road, but it scares me, and I don't want to waste any corn. So I'm not going to put the worker on until we get kind of past our little cornfields. Maybe in the future we'll try it out and see what happens with the worker when the fields aren't, to the point where they can be damaged. I mean, workers don't damage anything when they're doing the harvesting, so they probably wouldn't damage anything here either. But the problem then lies is if they get confused and they get stuck somewhere and they're in the middle of the field and I have to take over. Well, there you go. Now you've wasted a bunch of crop. You know what I mean? So it's not necessarily them just kind of driving through it. It's really not that big of a deal if they drive through it, but it's the other portion. All right, let's create a job. I'm just going to have them go like here, because if they go here, they always get confused here. Northern Farm Sim was having the same issue I was. If they're going away from the shop or to the shop, hold on a second, gang. Excuse me, I apologize. If they're going to the shop or away from the shop, they always go down this path here, and they get to here, and they go across the bridge, and they try to turn right on this road because they don't know that there's a bridge there, and they need to come down this way or turn here and go around. It gets very, very confused right there. So I really don't want it doing that. So because of that reason, we're going to set it to go here. And there we go. Okay, maybe not. Okay, I guess we're not doing that. I guess I'm taking it. Well, I'll see you when I'm up there then. Alright, gang, we're pulling back up here to the farm. I just ran into the fence. On the way up here, you can see I spent some money. $63,500 to be exact. I bought ourselves a corn header. Whatever you call it. I think they call it corn header or something. Corn headers, yeah, I bought a corn header so we can actually be able to harvest our sunflowers and our corn, because we'll need that very soon. My other idea, while we're up here, is to upgrade our semi, and I would ideally like to buy a second harvester. I've talked about this before. I think we're going to need it. I think it's going to be very useful, because there's going to be times where we're going to have a lot of stuff done at the same time. So if we do that, we can have workers doing both the harvests for the most part, and we can just have the semi with the trailer running back and forth, right? So I think that's what we're going to do today. Well, I'm sorry, not the semi, the wagon. What do you call it? The trailer? I guess just the trailer. We're going to upgrade the trailer is what I meant to say. Because as much as it's working fine, it is unrealistic. You can see the wheel is not even touching the ground. It's in the air. So that was a good profit right there, gang. $290,667 is where we are at now. That is huge. We just made a ton of money. Ton of money. Should have repaired it when we were down there, but that's all right. So now that we have that, let's see. Will it tell me anything? Yes, it does tell me combinations. Okay. Let's see. Well, it doesn't really give me any good combinations, actually. So we'll just have to find another one, I guess. We'll just have to find our own. Maybe that was the best one for it. I don't know. Who knows? $16.8. What did we just get rid of? That's probably the better question to look at. We got rid of 15. So that is bigger, but it's not much. 16.8, but it's just not much bigger. Well, I would like something bigger than that, ideally. Here you go, 40.8. Like this would be, oh, that's huge. We would have issues with that. That is massive. These are all massive. These might be too big for us. That looks more up our speed right there. Oop, went back too far. 95 grand though. 59.4. That's huge. That's a lot. Anything else? I think that might be it. I think that's all I have at least installed. Yeah, that's all I have installed. Okay, so it's probably this one then, right? That's how I feel. I mean, I guess I could do this one. But man, that's just... I don't think so. I think this is the right size for us. I'm going to go black. 3-in-1. Perfect. It does give us everything, right? Sunflowers and corn. Yes. Yes, it does everything. It takes everything. Alright. There we go. Maybe we should change the color of our semi to red now since it's red. Oh well. Still leases $210,000, which is a lot of money. That's $210,000 for us to utilize to probably get another harvester. I'm just gonna probably get the exact same harvester, honestly. Probably be another Kloss, because that one I think is the highest one we can get. I guess this one's wheels aren't really touching the ground either. Maybe that's by design, like a dump truck, you know, where it has certain. Oh, Byron, don't you start! Oh, and there's the white one. What was I saying? Maybe it's by design as far as weight, right? When the weight gets bigger, it'll drop it down. I think that is by design. Some semis are like that. My dad just recently retired, so congrats to him. But he drove a semi pretty much his entire life, so I guess I could ask him, but I'm pretty positive that, well, if you have a flatbed semi, I know for a fact they have them on there. But regardless, this is a much larger trailer, and it's having a much easier time pulling it too, which is kind of weird. But I guess the other one just really wasn't designed for this, so it's working like a breeze. All right, we're pulling up here. Very slow process, but we are pulling up. You can see I've spent almost all of the money that we have. We are going to get a little bit back here when we sell the soybeans. We're also going to get a little bit back once it hits 12 here, because some of that silage will sell. At least I think it will. Or maybe it's just going over. I don't remember. I think it will sell. Regardless, well, I think we're going to get something. If it's not at 12, it'll be at 1. So we'll get some money back from that, and we're going to get a little bit back from the soybeans as well. Does mean we're not going to be able to get a second harvester at least yet, more than likely. We could mow some more of that grass, but we may have to wait until after the next harvest to do so, or until we're able to sell some more products. We'll have to see. I got a 75 grand back there, though. That's a good chunk. So we may, after we sell the silage here, we may be able to get another harvester. It wasn't that expensive, so we might get there. But let's drive here until it does hit 12, and then once it hits 12, we'll jump cut till we get back to the farm, and I will show you what I have done and why I have spent so much money. Oh, look at that! There you go, 124.16. Nice, nice. We'll see you guys when we are back at the farm to see our new production. I'm excited. I'm super excited. All right, heading back up here. You may partially be able to see it already. Well, you can see a little corner of it, I guess. Now, it's not perfect. I am going to have to do a lot more work, really, to utilize it the best way we can. I'm going to have to spend a lot more time off camera modifying the ground a little bit, but you can see it plain as day straight ahead. I don't know if you know what it is yet, but you can see it. It's a very, very big placeable. Probably have an idea now after that little view I just showed you. That's right. Fish farming. We are going to be doing a fish farm. I'm very, very excited about it. It's going to take, well, it's going to take us a while, really, to figure out what the hell we're doing, because I've never done fish farming. But it does require corn. I know that. It also requires, I think, mineral feed, maybe? I don't know. Regardless, we'll figure out what else it requires. We'll buy anything else we need to utilize for it. And we've got 4 little parking spots here now. So that's nice. We can keep stuff out here that can stay outside here if we want to. So let's take a look here. So here it is, gang. I'm pretty excited about it. I think it's going to be really fun. Now I need to go ahead and jump in here and turn on the zone markers, because I don't know where it is. I knew this is where you would dump the corn, but I don't know where anything else is. Okay, it's back here. So there's a couple spawn points here you can see. I don't know where or what will spawn in those points, but... So yeah, mineral feed and corn, and we'll get fishies. So 200 corn plus 50 mineral feed equals 500 fish. I have no idea if that's good or not, but that is what we're going to start doing. Now, we could probably go ahead and start moving some mineral feed over here. Maybe we will. But it will require me to do a little bit of work here, like I said, in the yard. We did take up a little bit of the crop we planted. We're also going to have to take up a little bit more of it. I'm going to have to clean this up. You can see there's a pretty severe hill here. So I'm going to have to do something to fix that up. Probably just put rocks around it like we did over here by the biogas. In the process of doing all of this, that hill that we had there and had that all flattened out, that has also been ruined. So I'm going to have to fix that a little bit as well. You can see it just kind of goes straight up to it. Remember, before we had this pulled out to here and had it all nice and flat. So we're going to have to fix that as well. So a lot of work I'm going to have to do off camera here to make all of this work. But regardless, I'm very, very excited about this. I believe, don't quote me on it, but I believe the fish can also be sold at our little farmer's market we got going on. I think. Let me scroll down here and see for sure. But I'm pretty sure they can. They can. Agricultural Fair, 1,956. The fluctuation is not too bad on the fish either. A couple $100. So we'll probably sell those, you know. Well, I don't know. We might not sell them always whenever they're ready. We might just wait until it's best. But I will need to do a little work here. I'm hoping I don't get any kind of issue saying I don't own this land when I try to modify this. I've had that issue before on this map, not on this playthrough, but on this map. And since it is kind of pushing close to the edge here, there may be some boundary here that says that I don't own it, even though I was able to plant it, no problem. So we'll have to figure that out as well. We've got a bunch of grassland here now that we really don't know what we're going to do with. We can put something else here. We probably will put something here. I'm not sure what yet, but we'll probably put something there. As far as this up here goes, my idea is I believe I'm going to just kind of expand the yard here into this. I'll probably pull the land from here again all the way out and probably put it almost all the way up to here and then put like a rock wall that goes this way, right, with it. That way we can expand the farm yard a little bit. We could probably put another shed here. I've been talking about wanting to put another shed down over here in the main farm anyway, because even though we did remove some of the things from here, it is still a pretty busy shed. That is pretty jam-packed full of stuff. And if we're going to get more stuff, it's going to get real busy in there. So that's the goal, at least. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. We're going to leave the episode there. Nice short episode. I said I was going to try to start bringing these back down to the 45-minute mark. I don't know if I accomplished that today or not. We may be over it. Maybe we're short. But regardless, we're going to leave it there. We got a lot of things done today. We basically shored up everything is really what the goal of this episode was. We didn't really have anything else to do. We could have drilled a field back there. I probably will drill a field back there off camera. And then we can plant something whenever we're ready back there. We do have that one field over there also that we could plant something whenever we're ready. But we're going to have a lot of things to do in the next episode. I suspect three fields I suspect are going to be ready to harvest next episode. This one might not be, actually, now that I'm looking at it. But these two, the corn, definitely will be ready. They will definitely be ready to harvest. So yeah, that is what we got, gang. So we're going to leave it there. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe if you're new. It's free. Helps me a ton. Thoughts, questions, comments, ideas. Let me know down below. Between now and the next episode, I will work a little bit more on making sure that the land here looks a little more realistic. It's kind of all over the place. It's not too bad. This area here I had to work on a lot. I know you probably can't really tell, but I did have to work on this a lot to make it look relatively realistic with the gravel here. So we need to do a little work, and I will do all of it off camera and make everything look good as new. So with that, once again, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you all in the next episode. Look at that. More silage. We're going to make all kinds of money overnight.